Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I am back with yet another video. And this time, what am I going to talk about? Well, this time we're having another coffee break, right? We're having a coffee break. So I hope y'all are ready. Okay. Now, I know I use this one for the tea, but it's also, you could use it for the coffee too. It's a good gif. It's a good gif of the one, the only Lisa Vanderpump from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And she's a character. She sure is. And she's famous, yeah, in the world of reality television, especially people who are fans of the Real Housewives franchise, especially the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise. And there she is, sipping, and this particular shot has so much character and personality in it. That's why it's such a popular gif, and one that I love so much. And whenever you see me using this, that means, gonna have a little chat about stuff. And I'm doing this coffee break. I've had a heck of a week. I've had a heck of a couple of weeks. Let me tell you. The month of March and April were busy for me, let me tell you. And the rest of April and May, and it's going to be busy. I've always got some shit going on, However, that, again, what I already expressed, I do these videos as kind of a form of therapy and kind of a form of just to get some of my thoughts off my chest, just shit that I think about every now and again. We all read the news, we all read articles and what have you on the internet. We all have our own pet interests and things that we like to follow. And for me, as you can see from this channel, is art. I really like art, and I love everything that's related to art. For me, it's not just about looking at pretty pictures or ugly pictures or paintings or things that are traditionally considered art. I think that art takes so many alternative, different forms that, maybe some people haven't even considered putting the kind of stuff that I think is art in the category of art. And with the beauty of social media and platforms like YouTube, people like me can climb up on here and just do our own little video magazine, I guess you could call it, or vlog, V-L-O-G, vlog, or what have you, about our own specific interests. And there are people out there in this world that have similar interests too. So, this can't be but a good thing, unless it's used for evil. And I hope I'm not going to do that, but maybe there are people out there who do. But that's neither here nor there. As usual, I start out at my homepage just to let you know that you're in the right place, and just so you have a gander at what all the stuff I've done so far. And this coffee break, I hope you got your cup of coffee, to listen, if you want to listen. And that's the thing about my videos. They are what I guess you could call listenable. You can just put it on while you're doing something else, or chilling out, or having a cup of coffee, or having a little break of whatever kind, whatever you like to do during your break. Coffee, tea, a drink, a smoke, or whatever, right? Whatever you do to relax and just take a little break. I'm also using this video as kind of a preview for my upcoming week or a couple of weeks of videos that I would like to do. I found a cute little art website. This lady, I assume it's a lady, Karen Eland, she has this collection of works of art. And I was looking for a nice thumbnail for this video, from a coffee break video, and I found this. And apparently all of these pictures Karen Eland has done using only coffee and water. I mean, wow. And they're all coffee themed. There's bags of coffee, or just, the girl with the pearl earring holding a cup of joe. The Mona Lisa with, I guess that looks like a cappuccino. Um, this one, American Gothic, but they're having a cup of coffee. Um, you know, so on and so forth. So, I mean, I'm going to use, hopefully, I think one of these has my thumbnail. And of course, I'm going to put the link so you can look at these. And if they're for sale, totally consider buying one. They're just darling. I love this. She's done a great job. So, coffee break, y'all. Coffee break. Now, the things that I would like to talk about in my upcoming videos. First of all, I'm going to put a link to this in the description, just like I'm going to put a link to Karen's website. And, what is this? This is a channel called Rob Navarro, Rob at the Movies. And this is the first video that this individual, I don't know who this is. They're very mysterious. But they put this up on their channel a long time ago. There's no date, but it's been there for like at least a year, it seems like. The Wendy Theory. This finally explains The Shining. Allegedly. Okay, and I've watched this. It's about 40, a little more than 40 minutes. I've watched this like a couple of times. Not like, 100 times, but I've watched this like 2 times, maybe 3 altogether ever since it was published. This is a good video. I know there are like people who don't agree with this. And yeah, there are some issues with the theory, the Wendy theory, that need work. It needs a little work. Yeah, it does. But overall, Ron, or no, not Ron, Rob, R-O-B, Rob, whoever Rob is, does a pretty darn good job. And it's a robotic voice narrating the video, and some people in the comments find that very annoying. I don't, because I don't care how pretty or whether or not the voice doing it sounds good. I'm here for the information. Okay? I'm here for the information. I want to know what's going on with this crazy ass movie. And Rob, or shout out to Alexander Rogers, Rob Navarro. If you don't know who Alexander Rogers is, I'll put a link to his channel too. He's amazing. He's an amazing YouTuber, and he covers Real Housewives, okay, among other reality TV shows. But what you need to know about people like me, like we do YouTube, and we've decided to climb up on here and do a channel. We started out as fans of other YouTube channels, and we are inspired by those people. I'm inspired by Alexander Rogers. I'm inspired by James Caldwell, because I'm a big fan of reality TV, especially these housewives type shows, and they do amazing reviews and analyses. And, oh yeah, they got it all. I'm going to put them in my featured channels and put links to both of those channels in my description. And along with my other ones that I have in my featured page. But this one, let me get back to, I always go off on tangents. Rob Navarro, the Wendy Theory. I won't tell you what exactly the Wendy Theory is, but obviously it has a lot to do with Wendy. Okay, Wendy Torrance in the movie. And we all, when we watch this movie, The Shining, whoever, if you've only watched it once, or if you're somebody like me who's watched it multiple times, and we're like Shining aficionados and Stanley Kubrick aficionados, like, something's up. You realize that something is up. Okay, and if you watch it, like I said, if you're just somebody who's only watched the movie once or watched it many, many, many times, you realize that something is up with the Wendy character, right? And if you've, again, either you're a one-time viewer or a multiple-time viewer, you feel sorry for Wendy. You feel sorry for Wendy. Okay? Because I don't want to spoil the movie. I mean, I'm going to spoil it by the time I'm done, which I don't know when I'm going to be done with all of my multi-part Shining analyses. My last one is, there he is, the one with Bill Watson as the thumbnail. I'm going to end up spoiling the movie like real hard. But we all feel sorry for Wendy because we think that she's this abused wife and mother. Um, and Rob and his analysis here, he's taking this in another direction that I haven't read everything there is to read about this movie, but I've read a lot and I've seen a lot and I've watched a lot of analysis videos and read a lot of analysis material on this movie. And I have yet to see anything like this. I don't know where this comes from. Is this just from the mind of Rob Navarro, or is he piecing together other people's research and not giving them credit? I don't know. I'm not trying to insult Rob, but I've seen that done before. Okay, so that's why I'm cautious. If, like, you've seen my videos, I give credit. All right, if I'm talking about somebody else's work, I will tell you where I found it. I will give you a link and mention who did it and when they. But there are people out there who don't do that. All right, and that's not okay, but I'm not saying that's what Rob is doing, but I have never heard this theory before. That's what I'm saying. And if it's original to Rob, that's awesome. And if it's not, well, you know, no. But we feel sorry for Wendy because we think she has battered wife syndrome. We think she's being abused. We see Jack as a villain. We see Jack as a terrific villain, an abuser, a beater of children and possibly wives. Although that's never really stated out loud in the movie, but we just assume he's an all-around nasty character, nasty person. What if we're wrong? What if that assumption about Wendy and about her life in this movie, her role in this movie, what if that's completely wrong? What if Jack is not a villain? Does that mean Wendy's the villain? Not necessarily. No. But I urge you to watch this, all 40 minutes and 11 seconds of it. And yeah, you can look at the comments, but the thing about this movie is that people decide upon what they want to believe with regard to this movie, and they're not willing to let it go. They have made their decision. They have, they want to believe this and that and the other about the movie, and they refuse to look at alternative viewpoints. They're like married to their own personal theory or somebody else's theory that they've read that they really like about the movie, and like they refuse to look at any other perspective. And I don't like that. We all have like a sense of intellectual pride or whatever, but that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with like being confident about yourself in that area. However, there is something wrong with not considering any other option, any other viewpoint, any other perspective. And that's what I see a lot in the comments of this video. And I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be an open-minded person. And if what I think, my opinion, if that turns out to be wrong, okay, so be it. I am ready to learn new stuff. I am ready to consider a new perspective. All right? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's not the end of the world. It's just a movie. All right? And that's that attitude of like not wanting to give up your opinion, your perspective, your whatever. If you're a person in a position of power or influence, okay? Doctor, lawyer, judge, somebody who's in charge of making laws and policy regarding this, that, or the other issue, and you're that kind of person in that kind of position of power or influence, and you're not willing to consider a new perspective, oh hell no. See, that's where it gets dangerous. That's where it gets dangerous, when you're dealing with human lives and you don't want to consider new information or an alternative viewpoint. That's what bothers me. All right, so that's why I believe in keeping an open mind, even if it totally goes against everything that you thought was correct about, in this case, we're talking about The Shining. If you have your view of what The Shining is really about and what Stanley Kubrick is really trying to say, and you think, that's it and that's all and that's that, No, it isn't. No, it's not. It's not. It absolutely is not. No, there's no final word on this movie and whatever it might mean. There's a lot of stuff going on. This is a very amazing movie for specifically that reason. It's a teaching movie. It's supposed to teach you how to look at stuff differently and challenge your own certitudes about all kinds of issues. Okay? So Wendy, the hell is wrong with Wendy? And now my personal theory, I've been turning this over and over and over in my head for a long time, and then I found Rob's Wendy theory video, and I said, "Oh well, this is interesting." Like I said, there are some gaps. There are some things that Rob needs to address because he doesn't in this Wendy theory video. But by and large, I don't totally disagree with it. There's a lot of valuable points that he brings up, especially regarding Wendy and her role in everything and the unspoken, the unacknowledged possibilities of what might be going on with Wendy. Okay, so I'm not going to spill the beans right now. I'm going to save that for my upcoming Shining videos. But keep an eye on that Wendy. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to watch the movie again, watch this. I'll leave a link to it. The Wendy Theory by Rob Navarro. Watch it. Watch it. If you're a Shining aficionado, watch this. It is a valuable, and I don't care. I know you're going to find other sources that say, this has been addressed. Rob Navarro's Wendy Theory has been addressed in some places, and people are going to be like, oh, bad, no, Rob Navarro is wrong. Okay, maybe he is wrong. Or maybe he's only kind of wrong and kind of right too at the same time. So no. I'm not willing to dismiss this whole thing and just throw it out the window just because part of it might not be perfect. Yeah, like I said, there's stuff that he needs to address or that I might address in my upcoming videos. But again, he's got some good stuff here that should be discussed and not ignored, overlooked, dismissed. That kind of arrogance, I don't like it. I don't like it. Not okay. That's how you don't make progress in any kind of research or any kind of field of study, when you just throw out the baby with the bathwater. No. And no. All right. So please do watch this if you're into The Shining, if you're an aficionado. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, moving on. I'm going to do art crime videos. So I'm coming up. I don't know how I'm going to use this, but I'm going to save this in my little bookmarks and read through this. This is from the Georgetown Law, Georgetown University. And, Miss M. Oh my goodness, I just realized. Hello, I've been doing all these videos about The Exorcist, and The Exorcist takes place in Georgetown, where this university is located. And Georgetown, yes, I talked about it in this video over here. Georgetown is a Jesuit university, a very famous university. Most people maybe don't even know that it's a religious school. It is, and it's not just religious, and it's not just Catholic, but it's Jesuit. All right, and here they have their law library, and they have an art law research guide. Okay. With all of these very interesting articles and sources and whatever. Art, fraud, looting, stolen art, the looting of art and cultural property during war and conflict and other. Art theft and crime is a significant problem. Estimated annual loss from art and cultural property crime is in the billions of dollars. Hello. That's significant. That is important. Stolen and looted art databases and resources. They have that here. Look at all of these. The art loss registers, IFAR journal, stolen art alerts, FBI art theft program. We've already talked about that a little bit in my other videos. Interpol, good old Interpol. The documentation project, Holocaust era assets. And yes, I want to talk about the Amber Room one day. The Central Registry of Information on Looted Cultural Property, 1933 to 1945. Yeah, loosely the dates of the Second World War. ICOM, Red List, International Council of Museums list of objects particularly susceptible to theft and looting. Okay. Art crime blogs. Okay, so they think these blogs are worth taking a look at. Georgetown Law thinks these are some good ass art crime blogs. ARCA blog, Art Association for Research into Crimes Against Art blog. Okay. Chasing Aphrodite, no longer updated, but I guess it's worth a look. The Hunt for Looted Antiquities at the World's Richest Museums. Okay. And then this one, Illicit Cultural Property, written by a law professor at South Texas College of Law. Provides regular updates on theft, antiquities looting, and legal development in this field. Okay. Books at the law library about art crime. I might have to buy some of these. Okay, crime in the art market. That looks good. Cultural property crime. Okay. History of loot and stolen art. Contemporary perspectives on the detection, investigation, and prosecution of art crime. Okay, crimes against art. International art and cultural heritage law. Okay. And there's these other categories that I won't click on now, but I might in the future. Art thefts, art forgeries, art mutilation and defacement, etc. Cultural property protection. All right. Thank you, Georgetown Law, for these marvelous resources that people like me who are interested in this subject can look through, Thank you. I'm going to be, and I wanted you to know about it, because for me, it's not just about me like finding these sources and resources with information and what have you, and just keeping it to myself and not telling anybody about it. No, that's why I have this channel. Okay, that's why I have this channel, because I'm trying to share information. And when I find something like this, like what I think is a good resource, I want everybody to know about it. I want everybody to know about it and click on all these links and read through it and study it and learn stuff from it. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to share. I'm here to show you like how I think about stuff. That's not important. I'm not much of a thinker or a big thinker, but this is my channel, so this is my perspective on things. But I also want to share info and resources so people can educate themselves and find new perspectives and not have a closed mind. Because sometimes you'll read something that'll just turn your whole world upside down. Everything that you thought was true, it turns out to not be. It turns out to be a lie. And that's what education is for. To show you the possibilities and the alternative possibilities. To challenge your own certitudes about the world and about everything that surrounds you and everything you thought you knew and everything you thought that was true. Anyway, moving on. I want to talk about money laundering in my next art crimes video. I want to talk about how money laundering works in the art world, as the title of this article says, from Art and Object here. Okay, how money laundering works in the art world. All right. Look, they have this cute little, somebody did the laundry. They washed a whole bunch of bills. These are probably euros. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about in my next true crime art videos. Okay, last time I talked about, this is my last video, 4 days ago, when I'm making this coffee break video. 4 days ago, I talked about Inigo Philbrick. Oof. And I told you what I think about that. I think that was ever heard of a sting, y'all? I think Inigo might have been bait. I think somebody might have been using him as bait in a sting, and he's the first domino to fall, and all the other dominoes that fall after him, those were the actual real targets of the sting. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it until I see other evidence. And again, my opinion regarding that isn't based on evidence. It's based on me observing and interpreting stuff in the course of reading the stuff that I read for the Inigo Philbrick video and story. But next time I want to talk about money laundering. Okay. Yeah, that it happens in the art world. And like I said, that those huge amounts of money that are paid for works of art that you might or might not think are very good, at art auctions, Like, what the hell? What the hell? Where's all that money going? Why is it costing that much money in the first damn place? It don't make any sense. Okay? It don't make any, and I get very angry about this because all those millions and millions and actually billions of dollars that change hands every year in the art market, that money could be used for better things. All right? I don't care how beautiful you think a work of art is, it's not worth like multiple millions of dollars. It's not. It's not. It's not. And I've been suspicious about this ever since my school days when I was studying art in various ways. Okay? I'm not going to talk about my educational background, but art was one of my favorite subjects. Art history, visual culture, whatever. And very early on, as a young'un, I realized something was wrong. Something was wrong. And I'll tell you a little anecdote about that if I don't forget. Probably when I do this video for money laundering in the art world. And here's another thing that I want to talk about. Another upcoming video where I want to cover this. And I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, and I don't know why. Because I'm not expressing any opinion regarding the individual. Whether or not I like the individual. To me, that's immaterial. And I'm not, you don't have to, don't focus on that because I'm not going to focus on it. But the idea of performance art, please check out when you can, if you want to, my video, Art Talk, What is Art? Okay, check that out. That's like your homework, right? If this was a class, that would be your homework. Art Talk, What is Art? And this one is good too. Art Talk, Scooby-Doo and Wax Fruit. Yeah. And there's another one I did. How to lie and make lots of money doing it. I might put these videos in the description. I don't know. Check out those are your background. If you haven't watched them yet, maybe you have. And maybe also this one too about iconography. But that one isn't absolutely mandatory. Prep for the next video that I want to do. What is art though? What is art? So many different things fall into the category or accepted as art items or products of art. Art doesn't have to be just something on a canvas, a painting, or a sculpture, or a mural, or a photograph, or a collage, or whatever. It can be a movie. That's why I do The Shining. That's why I feel okay about covering The Shining on this channel, because I believe it's a work of art. Same thing with The Exorcist. Same thing with other movies that I'm going to cover in the future. Full Metal Jacket and Hereditary. I'm going to probably do some Twilight Zone episodes too. Maybe even an Alfred Hitchcock episode. Alfred Hitchcock Presents or Alfred Hitchcock Hour. Don't know yet. But also politics. There's also something called performance art. And yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. Marina Abramovich that's what she's known for. That's her thing. Performance art. Whether you like her or hate her, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to express whether or not I personally like these people, because that's not what I'm here. I'm not here to talk about their lives, their personal lives, their politics. No, I'm just talking about their visual output. Same thing as like with the Hunter videos. I mean, I'm up to part 7 with Hunter Biden. I'm gonna keep going, but when you do a Hunter Biden art analysis video like I've been doing, that takes a little bit of doing. It takes prep. So and I have to look at that painting for a while to kind of figure out what the hell is going on, what the hell Hunter is trying to do in his art. I'm not talking about anything related to the art. I'm not talking about Hunter's personal life. I'm not talking about his father's personal life, really. I'm not talking about anything that isn't factual knowledge about these people. And I'm not talking about scandals or gossip or intrigue or no. But if I can do this with Hunter Biden, I can do this. And again, I like Hunter Biden's paintings. If I could afford one of them, I might buy one. But no, I can't afford that. Like I said, my last big purchase was a carpet cleaner. No. But what was I going to say? If I can do Hunter Biden, and Hunter Biden is supposed to be a left-wing sort of figure, I could do right-wing figures too, and not talk about whether or not I agree with their political maneuvers or whatever. So in one of my upcoming videos, I'm going to do a video about this individual. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. And I'm going to probably do this one. I don't know if I'll do the money laundering one first or this one first, or so many to choose from. I should probably do the Rudy one first because it's most relevant now. People are talking about it still. Watch Rudy Giuliani's masked singer appearance cause Ken Jeong walk out. Who wrote this? What? Can't they do an apostrophe S? Watch Rudy Giuliani's masked singer appearance cause Ken Jeong's apostrophe S walk out. Lord. Okay. So it's been in the news for the past day or so. Rudy Giuliani was on this show. And he sang badly, but he sang. And he popped out of this box on the show, dressed up all kinds of crazy. And look at that smile, though. Michael, he seems to be enjoying himself verily. Took off his glasses. I don't know, y'all. I said performance art. Yes, I believe political figures do it. And we are too busy being mad at them to notice. Okay? Again, you don't have to like, I don't expect you to like or dislike this figure. I'm not talking about that. Or the reasons why you might like or dislike him. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about the performance art that I believe is present in political theater. All right, and I think he's a great example. That's why I'm going to cover him. I'm not going to do it now. I'm just announcing it now. But oh no, I'm going to do this. Look at him. He's up to something. Rudy Giuliani. He's been messing with people in various ways since a long time, since what, at least the 1970s. He's been busy. All right, so I'm going to cover this. I don't know how I'm going to cover it. I'm going to maybe break down the symbolism of this appearance of his on this show, The Masked Singer. Okay, the costume, his choice of song, why he was singing that song in particular, and like why he did it. And is with performance art, in my opinion, there are hidden messages in performance art, whether it's Marina Abramovich, whether it's, another famous and very controversial one is Jonathan Mies, German fellow, Jonathan Mies. There's a bunch of them. Yoko Ono was a performance artist. John Lennon's widow. And now we have Rudy. Okay. Now we have Rudy popping out of boxes, dressed like this. Okay. And these glasses, though. Oh. He's always working the glasses. If you watch him speak, and he's wearing a pair of glasses, he's going to take them off and put them back on several times. Usually, he's going to do that several times whenever he's speaking on film. I don't know why he does it, but he does it. And listen, this might veer off into conspiracy theory territory, but that's okay. This is my channel. I could do that if I want to. So, you guys, I'm gonna talk about this. February the April 20th episode. Okay, so I better do this quick. So while it's still in the news. Okay, and this is what he was wearing. This is why I wanted you to see particularly this article and this announcement that I'm doing for this video. Check it out. This is, down here, this is the lower part, from the neck down, his costume. And this is his costume with the mask part on. It's called the Masked Singer. So I guess, I don't know if that's a mask, but it's covering his whole head. This is what he was wearing. And the box he was in, the whatever, it had a big old question mark on it, on like all four sides of the outer side of the box. Something's up. Doesn't matter whether you like him or not. That's not what I'm here to talk about, just like I'm not here to talk about whether or not you like Hunter Biden. No, I'm analyzing his artwork. And I think I'm analyzing Rudy Giuliani's performance art. That's what I'm going to do. So, shit, stick around. You might learn something. You never know. Anyway, this is not a political place for me. This is where I get away from politics, but I cannot ignore the fact that art or performance art or artistic elements exist in political theater. We got Rudy doing this nonsense here. I mean, this is nonsense. And then we have Hunter and his paintings, you know. So I cover both sides of the political spectrum. You can't accuse me of being, what's the word? Biased. No. No. But anyway, that's what I want to cover in my upcoming videos. This, money laundering, the Wendy issue. I'm not going to call it a theory. Yes, it is a theory on my part, but it's an issue. So I'm going to do a shining video like coming up in the next week. So yeah, that's it. Our coffee break. I hope you enjoyed the coffee. Y'all worked so hard on it. Oh, I love a good cup of coffee, and I think most people do. So, you know, take a sip, relax. I've got some, I think, good stuff that I'm working on for the upcoming week, and I anticipate putting it out, and I anticipate, just having fun doing my little videos and what have you. So until then, I think at this point in the video, I'm going to go ahead and shut off my brain. And at this point in the video, I'm going to thank you for watching. If you made it this far, yeah, it's 37 minutes. If you made it this far, you are awesome. Thank you. You're wonderful. And I appreciate you so much. Also, if you made it this far, you should consider subscribing. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, somebody might enjoy watching this stuff. And that's that. That's that. So until next time, until I think this is the one I'm going to do next. Until that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.